Yes, sir. YouTube, what it do, man? I just came to y'all. I wanted to make a video on how I became a data analyst and my process and my journey. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, but I really just never got around to it. I know y'all like Black Hoodie, like you tired up. It's early in the morning, man. I've been procrastinating with this video for so long. I was just like, I'm gonna just get the video out there, bro. Like, I ain't gonna worry about all the extras. Like, I'll do that later on down the line. But right now, I just kind of want to motivate people like me, if you understand what I'm saying, and other people to, like, if they want to do this, to not really give up and just keep going. So, me basically, dang, the police officer driving fast as he. So basically, this how it happened for me, and I'ma just tell y'all about my journey, and it maybe like so it can encourage y'all. Alright, so I went to USM back in 2015. And I started off as a medical laboratory science major, and I flipped through majors like a lot of times. Like, I'm flipping through majors. Y'all know how I go. I changed my major like 6 times, I'm not lying. And then I finally ended up on economics. I even changed from economics, then I went back to it. But I ended up on economics. I ended up getting my degree in economics back in 2019. Yes, it's 2021. And I got my degree in economics back in 2019, but I was really interested in economics more so like I was interested in economics of crime, like the legalization of marijuana, like I did my capstone on the Anti-Drug Abuse Act, and if people don't know about that, that's when they made the crack law, basically 100-to-1 prison sentencing, mandatory minimum. So I did mine back in 80 with I think it was 86. So I did my my capstone on it, and so like that was kind of more so what I was interested in. And my senior year, I was like really thinking like, what kind of job am I gonna get? Like, how am I gonna get a job? Like, what kind of field I'm gonna be working in? So I went to go talk to my advisor, and he was just telling me about data analysis and being a data analyst and stuff like that. He was just saying most of the people that do graduate with a degree in economics, that's kind of what they dive into as far as like data analysis and stuff like that. So I got into it, and then he mentioned to me they had an internship. Now, it was 2 internships I could have went to. I could have went to school status, or I could have went to this place that dealt with like lumber, kind of like, and I just didn't want to do that. So I ended up taking the internship at school status. I met Joyce Smithson. She the lead data scientist there. She a beautiful human being. Like, I still talk to her to this day. She like my mentor. Like, and she basically introduced me to everything. So when I first got there, mind you now, I'm a senior in college. This is my last semester. I'm finna graduate in like 4 months. I don't even know what R is. Like, I don't know what Python is. I don't know what Tableau is. I don't know what SQL is. I don't know nothing but Excel. I'm not lying. So like, I'm like, I get there, she introduced me to R, and she give me this book, and I'm reading the book. And if you don't really know, even if you got the book, it's really not gonna make no sense to you. You're just gonna be following along. So finally, she introduced me to data count, and data count was more like my speed. Like, okay, like explanation, like I got this, like I can kind of follow along. So hold on, let me get the little coffee. Coffee in the morning. And so, yeah, I'm getting on data camp. I'm doing data camp, but I can only do the first chapter of everything because I ain't bought a subscription. So I'm just doing the first chapter. I'm doing my stuff at school status. I'm getting better. I'm not really progressing at all, to be honest. When I graduate, right, and I end up taking a job in Memphis as soon as I graduate. So I'm doing sales in Memphis. I'm living straight up there, kinda. Pandemic hit. COVID-19. I lose my job. I gotta move back home. And yeah, so I'm like, you know what, like, I'm gonna put my degree to work. So I'm coding every day. I'm basically on Data Camp. I bought a subscription. They had a sale going on. I bought a year subscription on Data Camp, and I'm coding every day, literally all day. Like, this is what I do. Like, I'm coding, and a lot of people like Python. I like R, you know what I'm saying, to each his own. I like R, you know what I'm saying, I'm an economic major, I deal with more statistics anyway, so I'm like, R, it's to me, it's more, like, it's more easily understandable, like, you can read it better, the readability in R, it's just my vibe. So, I'm coding, and yeah, basically, like, I'm applying for jobs and I'm not getting nothing but rejection letters. Like, we're not gonna be able to move you forward. We're not gonna be able to. Y'all know what the letters like if y'all applying. Y'all know what those letters. Y'all getting them right now. And so I just kept going. And so I got introduced to. I don't know if y'all follow him, but shout out to Alex, the analyst on YouTube. I started following him when he had like 200 followers. 200 subscribers on YouTube. Literally, he had like 200. Now he blowing up. But I started following him. He started talking about SQL. So I'm like, okay, like let me kind of learn a little SQL. So I learned a little SQL, not much, but I learned enough to, you know, query some databases. You know, just do a little something. So I learned a little SQL. So then I started creating my own. I started creating my own projects, which you can go to my GitHub, which I link in the description below, so y'all can go check those out. Some of my first projects that I did, and I just basically just started doing a few projects, not many, but I just started doing them just to kind of get that actual coding experience, because it's a whole different thing than being on Data Camp and being coding, like doing your own projects and coding for real, trying to find your own interesting insights, your own things that you want to do. So I do that for a couple months. So I do my first one and I'm like, yeah, like this definitely gonna give me a job. Like, I got it now. Nothing changed. It was the same. Like, I didn't get a job. I was like, okay, like this is not working. And so I don't know how I was introduced to it. I think they put a course on Data Camp and I took like a mini course, but I just wasn't even focused on it. But mind you, I had told you I was working in school status under the lead data scientist. Data scientists don't do the same thing as data analysis. They kind of do, but they don't. Data scientists are much more advanced. They deal with modeling and things like that. Data analysis deal more with like the visualization part. And so I was like, you know, I'm gonna start working on creating better graphs, because my graphs are straight, but they could have been improved, they could have been better. So I was like, I'm gonna do that. So I'm coding my graphs in R. They was pretty good graphs, but like I said, they could have been better. And then that's what I had got back introduced to, like Tableau for real, like really making visualizations on Tableau and really diving in on Tableau. So I'm on Tableau. I started taking courses on how to build dashboards, how to basically just present in a good way. And I applied for a job in Hazelhurst, Mississippi, and I ended up getting the job in Hazelhurst. And so it was cool. Like, we're not gonna talk about it. So at the time I had got another like offer letter, not an offer letter, but it was like a next step in the interview. So I did an interview with the company that I'm with now, and I did like four interviews in total. And basically, like, I ended up getting hired as the strategic planning analyst. Basically, they just want me to do the same, like a data analyst. It's like literally like a data analyst. Once you like really get into it, you realize that the names, it's the same thing. You're a data analyst. So basically I'm making this video for anybody who really want to dive into the field, who really want to get into data analysis, or maybe it's an economic major out there, or maybe it's a kid like me who how I want to say this. Maybe it's a kid like me who don't really have a lot of people like them, if you understand what I'm saying, in this field, and they not having any success, or they don't know which way to go, or they don't even know what data analysis is, or they don't know what they gonna do with their economic degree. They just like, man, they really trying to find their way. I'm really just trying to make this video to kind of give you my tips on what you should learn, or like I would say the most important things to learn to become a data analyst. And so I would say number one, definitely for me, now this me, everybody gonna tell you something different, but for me, I'm going to say Tableau number one. And the reason I say Tableau number one is because you can do so much stuff. Like anything you would be doing as a data analyst, you can do in Tableau. Like, yeah, you might not be able to really model in Tableau and make predictions, but you probably ain't gonna be doing that anyway. You don't need to learn that. I'm gonna tell you something that I learned, that I'm still working on to this day, that I'm finna give to y'all. Don't chase a job, chase a skill. And once you get a skill, a job gonna come. Like, cause it's people out here that really need your help, that really don't know what they doing at all, and they just trying to figure it out day by day, what they company gonna do with all this data. So don't chase a job, man, chase a skill. And I say the first skill you need to chase is Tableau, being able to create great visualizations and great dashboards. And if you can do that, you're gonna get a job, I promise. I would say number two, you need to know Excel, not because you need to know it, but because everybody's going to use it in some form or fashion. So I would definitely learn Excel for just basic ad hoc analysis, something you want to do real quick. You got to figure out something real quick. You can do it in Excel. Like I said, anything you can really do it in Tableau. But I say definitely learn Excel as well. Number three, I would learn R. Now these are like technical skills like R, Tableau. You know, I'm gonna get to the other skills next. But this just my advice. I would learn R next. So my top three I would learn is Tableau first. Really, that's it. I would do whatever you need to do to learn Tableau. YouTube got great tutorials on building dashboards, and when you build those dashboards, that's gonna really give you the practice that you need to really be able to do the visualizations, to do the work, to understand how to filter, to understand how to, okay, you don't need all this information in, how I need to filter it out, or how can I make this visualization good to where it makes sense to not only me but to somebody who don't understand data analysis. Because you're gonna be presented to somebody who I mean, they probably understand, but they just not up to speed like you up to speed. So you need to be able to put it in layman terms to where they can be like, okay, like, I understand, and how is this going to help my business? How is this going to help? How can I make a decision off these graphs that you present me? So I definitely say just learn Tableau, learn Excel, learn a little bit of R, but definitely dive in on Tableau. You also, when you're doing your resume, just make sure you tweaking it. Make sure they always say don't submit a cover letter. I always submit a cover letter. They really show your interest, and it can kind of let them know a little bit more about you. Let's just say you ain't really got that much experience as far as like school. I done took way more courses and spent way more time since I done graduated than my whole 4 years at USM. And that's just how my experience worked. So I would just say do that and just keep going, and just understand that you can do it, and it's gonna be hard. The journey not easy. People really gotta take a chance on you and believe you, but it's gonna be somebody that's gonna believe in you, and it's gonna be somebody that's gonna be like, you know, I think this kid can really come in and help us, or this kid know enough to succeed in this business. And so just do that and you will be able to do it. So I'll just say dive in on Tableau. If you in college, if you a student, Tableau actually got, I wish I could see the view of the city right now. Tableau actually got, it's free for students for a year. So it's just free for students actually. So if you're a student, you can actually get on Tableau and get complete access to become whatever you want. If you want to be an analyst, a data scientist, or anything, you can get on Tableau and they'll give you the courses and the skills you need to do it. And like I said, if you don't want to do that, get on YouTube, build you some dashboards, post those dashboards to Tableau Public, put them on your Instagram, let people see them, and just do it like that, man. And y'all gonna be able to do it. I mean, for me, I know it's not a lot of people like me in the field, or at least not from my experience. It might be, maybe I'm just out the loop, but I know it's dominated by other people. And so I just say, continue to grind, bro. Continue to strive towards your goals and your dreams, and just know that it is possible. And that one day, what I always told myself was, one day I'm gonna be so good at this, it's gonna be undeniable. It's not gonna be a debate. It's not gonna be like I'm in demand. You need me. I'm gas for your car. You feel me? I'm fuel to your fire. You feel me? I'm charcoal to your grill. You feel me? And so be that charcoal to somebody grill, bro. Be that fuel to somebody fire, and you will be able to do it. And I'm gonna be making other videos. I really was I ain't gonna say I was very vague in this video, but I just wanted to tell you basically about my journey, because you gotta understand, I ain't get my first job until 2021. So all 2020, I was coding, learning these skills. So it took me about a year and a half to do this. And I'm trying to tell y'all what I did in a year and a half in 17 minutes. And it's just impossible to do. But I'm gonna make other videos. I'm finna release a whole Excel tutorial. I'm finna come out with my own Tableau tutorial. So y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe for that. And that will be coming out soon. I'm finna come out with my own introduction to R courses. Everything gonna be free. I'm not charging for none of that now. The more advanced courses, I ain't gonna make no promises. But as far as the basics, you can always find them somewhere else. But if you like me, you like my vibe, you like my energy, come back to me, and I'm gonna make sure y'all learn the best y'all can, and I'm gonna make sure y'all get a real advice, because I'm not gonna give you I'm not no BS person. I'm a real individual. I really do this. It's not like I'm making something up. So I'll just say, continue to grind, continue to do what you want to do, bro, and you'll be able to do it. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, bro. I appreciate all y'all support. It will be more videos on the way. Y'all let me know what y'all want to know as far as data analysis, whether it's whatever, bro. I ain't good at Python, so don't ask me no Python questions. But anything else, man, y'all can ask me, bro. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, bro. Hey, and we out here.